Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and an internet friend of mine sent me this scan, and it's not going to work. I mean, he even admitted it's unusual, can't use it, but he also had a picture of it. So in just about 2 minutes, I created this snowman shape, and it's pretty close. So I thought I'd share how I did that. He did send a picture. Now the picture is not the size because no camera takes exact pictures, but I did measure a scan, which should be correct. And a snowman is 2.41 inches tall. So I'm going to show you, and I've shown this many times in other videos, get your crop tool, but you want to make sure your item is selected when you get your crop tool, because if you don't, everything else will disappear. And then just get to the bottom, move it to the top, because basically you're making your picture the size of your snowman. And then crop it, go right up here and make sure your ratio is locked, and we're going to make it 2.41. Now our snowman is the right size of our ornament, and you can always make it bigger or smaller. The scan's just not going to work. I tried tracing it, and it's just not going to work. So it's a lot easier just to draw it. And this is pretty simple. I'm going to take an ellipse first. First of all, I'm going to lock my snowman so he can't move around and I won't keep grabbing him. So just take your ellipse and get an appropriate size circle. Go up to a range and convert it to a curve. Let's zoom in here a little bit. And with the curve, go to your shape tool and select all your nodes and right click and turn them into a cusp. And what that does, when you grab them, I'll show you in just a second, they will only move one handle. I actually deleted that node. See, I'm going to grab that handle, I'm going to bring it in. Now that's not very, you want smooth. You don't want to interrupt features. And I'm going to not do this perfectly for the video, but you can really take your time. And that looks pretty good for the video. Take another ellipse. Basically we're just trying to get that upper mid-body shape. Get it really on one side more so than the other maybe. It's less than a perfect circle. Let's grab it, turn it into a curve. Grab your shape tool and see how if you don't have it into a cusp, one handle will move more than the other. And for the video, that's good. Now we got a little bit of a funny thing going on here, part of his body, but I'm going to take the 3-point curve. I'm going to grab there to there, and then I'm just going to bring it in, and don't worry about that other part. I'm going to grab from there to there. Don't worry about the other part for right now. Let's get his head. I like the 3-point curve line. I think it's really cool. So I'm just going to go from there to there and then go back to the middle and shape that. I'm going to go from there to there and get back in the middle and shape that. Now the hat's going to be a little bit harder, but we'll come back and fix this in a minute, because you want to kind of keep going and around it so all your nodes are joined. And then you just want to make sure you join the nodes. Now what you can do with this hat is select, double click and put a node there, double click and put a node there. And this is definitely where you want to turn these into a cusp. So I'm right clicking, turn them into a cusp. And what a cusp does is just allow you to move one handle without the other handle. And voila. Now, a couple things, just take the weld tool and weld it. Not everything's going to weld, but good enough. Take your virtual segment delete key, delete these other parts, delete this. Whoop, we have a node that's not touching right there. Take your shape tool and just touch that line. Then go back to your virtual segment delete key and delete that line. Now let's fill that in with a smart fill tool. move it out of the way. And it would be better to nudge it out of the way. I nudged it too far. Let's get it back. Let's change our nudge to like 3 inches. Nudge it out of the way. Take our line and just delete it. And see, we can't mess up our snowman because he's locked. Left click, right click, and what that did, that made all the joints equal or sealed up, won't leak. You've got a little bit of rough spot here. If you have X8 and above, you could actually use the smoothing tool and smooth that out. And I'm going to call that good. If you do not have the smooth tool, just grab your shape tool and you can try deleting nodes. A lot of time deleting nodes will help with the problem on making it smooth. And you can always tweak it a little bit. It doesn't have, I'm going to stress again, it doesn't have to be perfect because it's going to be your snowman. So there is you a vector file of that snowman. Of course, you'd want to, if it's an ornament, you want to put a hole right there to hang the, and I don't, it's kind of funny shaped right here, but take your shape tool and just tweak that a little bit, make it look a little rounder. Maybe let's try deleting that node. That did good. Delete that node. And that's just personal preference, what you think looks the best. Anyway, I hope that helped a little bit, and thank you for watching.